Hi, this is Christina. I'm here on Releasing for a Better Life. And let me just explain this program to you again. It's one that I created off of multiple different ideas and sources and things that I've learned about bringing things into your life and solving issues you have in your life. So, the gist of the program is that you take whatever issues are going on in your life, good, bad, indifferent, whatever, things that you need to work on, and you release them through putting them in a ball or on a bird or whatever you feel like you should. My husband imagines a bubble. I imagine like just a kind of ball that I put it all into, and I put everything in there, especially when you're starting. The best way to do with any problem or thing you're trying to create or issue you have, put absolutely everything in there. Everything, the good, the bad, the different, and just let it all flow. Imagine it all going in there, and then you release it. You imagine it going up in the air to whoever you need it to go to. I always say God. I release it to God, and I imagine it going to God because that is what I grew up with, and I'm very comfortable with that term and what it means to me. But whatever works, I have some people that tell me they use different terms like the spirit or the energy, whatever you need. Just imagine that. And you release that, and then you wait. Sometimes you'll get messages back, and you'll know their messages, especially like I said, after you work it for a while, after you do this for a while, you'll start recognizing the messages that come. Sometimes there's no messages, it's just a process of release. And you'll see with how things feel later that, yeah, this was definitely released. I use it a lot when I've had a tough night at work now, or I feel frustrated or upset for no reason. I'll use it. And I see great results with it every time. I've never not had it work well for me. So it's a fantastic thing. As far as the birds, I use both the ball and the birds. Sometimes when I am trying to bring something into my life or create something positive, I imagine that on a bird, and I release, I give the bird a lot of love, and then I release the bird to God, and I imagine what I'm asking for getting blessed and getting answered, and then it comes back to me. The bird actually comes back to me. So those are the two forms I use. I know it's a very open thing on how you use it and how you want to use it, what you want to do. It's great. Whatever feels good for you. But it works, and it works for everything. Absolutely everything in your life, and you feel good just by doing it. The other thing I like to do is spend time just talking to my angels and using them as making sure they know what I want, what I'm looking for, what I need, what answers I'm trying to get. And then I use them also as like a sounding board when I'm upset or when I just need someone to talk to. That's who I use. I will just converse with them. But I always end up every conversation with my angels thanking them for listening, thanking them for being there for me. And I also use my angels when I'm going into a tough situation, reminding myself really, I know you're there for me, I know you're protecting me, I know you're going to take care of me. Especially when I've done something that I'm not always comfortable that I've done, like I've said something or had feelings about something. Then I just say, angels, I give this to you. I know that this comes from you. I know you're protecting me, and I know it's all going to be okay. So those are the two pieces of this that are so important to get to know. All right. And I use these videos as a type of journal for myself that everyone's welcome to be part of, to kind of to track how I'm going and the things I'm learning while I'm doing this. So one thing I want to talk about this week, well, the only thing I want to talk about this week is your choice of words when you're trying to create something in your life. And it's a choice of what you put in front of it. So let's say you're trying to find your true love. You're trying to find your match, your soulmate, whatever it is. And instead of just saying, I want this, I wish for it, I need it, you clearly state, I choose. I choose to find the love of my life. I choose to find the perfect person. I choose to have this happen. And it's it's different. There's, I already have, yes. But when you say I choose, it releases any barriers or binders or things that are holding you back, because then it becomes a free will choice. No longer you're like, oh, I would love to have this, or I wish it, or I found the great, my great love. You say, I choose to have this great love in my life. I choose to have this, and you can use it on anything. Instead of saying, I'm happy, I'm happy, I'm happy, I choose to be happy. I choose to be happy. I choose to be successful. I choose not to let this hold me down. This one word someone too, but when you put that in front of anything you're trying to create or anything you're trying to get through, it really knocks down barriers. And one time is great, but if you continue to say it, you'll feel the energy behind it. You'll come out feeling excited and elated. Like that, I choose to be happy. It's an easy way to start. I choose to be happy. I choose it. I choose to be happy. Just keep saying it to yourself over and over again. I choose to be happy. I choose it. I choose to be happy. I choose to be successful. I choose to get offered my dream job. I choose this. This is my choice. It's not your mother's choice. It's not your father's choice. It's your choice. You choose it, it will happen. You choose it, you make it happen. And it is so amazing and empowering. Instantly, you will feel a shift as you start saying it and making it part of your everyday moment. I choose to be successful. When I go to work now, I always say, I choose to make this a good day at work. I choose to do well. I choose to have a great night. I choose whatever. And, even it's funny, like, my husband homeschools our kids, which is another story. But that's a tough thing. Anybody who's tried to educate their own children know how complicated it is. And there's times when my poor husband, who does 95% of this, comes out feeling so frustrated and so angry. And I asked him, I said, why don't you just try this? Just say, I choose to have a great day with my kids. I choose to not have problems with them. I choose to have this day go well. And every time he does it, he says it's different. It's always different than when he just jumps into it without making a choice on how the day is going to be. So you choose how things are going to be, and you let that be known. And you know what? I actually find places that I can go and just talk to myself. That sounds funny, out loud. I choose that. I choose to talk to myself out loud. And not that talking silently doesn't work, but sometimes just making that time to speak to yourself, to encourage yourself, to just let yourself know where you're at. I choose to be happy. I choose to be successful. Even if you have to just whisper it. Maybe, you're, like sometimes when I'm at work, I am not in always a place to just go talk to myself out loud and not look bizarre. But, sometimes I'll just find a second and just whisper it to myself. I choose to be happy. I choose to be successful. I choose to have a good shift. I choose to have a good night at work. I choose these things. I choose to be happy being alone. I choose to find my soulmate. I choose to be a multimillionaire. Whatever you choose, keep saying it and it will become part of your life. I choose to be the winner. I choose it. I choose it. And it might feel uncomfortable at first. It might take a few moments of being like, this feels awkward. I don't choose, how can I choose to win the lottery? How can I choose that? You can. And you can say it with this is simple words. I choose. I choose to win. I choose to be financially independent. I choose to have my dream job. I choose this. I choose it. And once you get that into your verbiage and start talking about it, it suddenly becomes like it's already there. It's real. I'm the other day we were waiting for this refund, and my husband and I were like, we choose to get this refund. We choose it. We are choosing to get this refund. No matter what, we're going to figure out how to get this refund. We choose to get this. And a week later, we got the refund. Without any work, without any bother, without anything. And then a week later, the check came. It was just crazy. And because we made that choice, that we were not going to be, we were just going to have it. We weren't going to be angry. We weren't going to be frustrated. We weren't going to yell and scream. and we weren't going to feel sad or depressed. And that's the biggest thing, is when you choose these great things, it eliminates this need to be sad, depressed, or feel like it's never going to happen, because you've chosen it. I choose to win. I choose to say I am the Powerball jackpot winner. Whatever you need to say, whatever you need to put into your life, you choose it, you make it happen. You eliminate any of the other stuff. So anyway, again, this is Christina, and I hope you guys have a great week, and we will talk soon. If you have any questions or comments or concerns, please let me know, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you.